So currently the robot is in an encoder failure. Ran about 30 minutes. This run was with the power connected directly to the top of the circuit breaker, nowhere near the bottom of the gland plate. Right now it seems to lack axis 3, but with moving some grounding, you'll see it'll fault axis 6, but that's with changing the Harding plug around and changing grounding. So we're back to the Comau supplied green cables. They're not grounded to the SMC40s. The SMC40 has got a high frequency ground. And let's just go over here. We keep these cables looped up factory style, and I can show you more of a buttoned up cabinet over there. We have these other green cables you're seeing is a drive click option if someone wants to use it. Drive click, it's not plugged in currently, and there's a Profinet cable down there, so don't confuse those with the encoders. Obviously those are digital signals, not going to interfere with the encoder. The other two gray cables are 24 volts provided on the auxiliary ports. Nothing's plugged in on the outside. Then the other flying leads there is just 24 volts, that white, black, and green. That's an optional 24 volt for our customers. I know it's hard to tell, but way over there about 16-17 inches away is where the power connectors are. So we're really trying to create isolation. This black cable here is a shielded cable for the Meltric that's not being used. That was a way to have our customers have a more finite way plugged into our circuit breaker at the top. Instead of them knocking holes in our cabinet, they just put a cord on a connector, and that way it's fully tested at our shop, and you don't have people messing with things. So this is the low voltage side here, 24 volt side. As we see, we'll do a little walk around. So disconnect side, 480 volt side. As we come around, we'll just do a high pass here. So you can see our cable here, that's coming from the disconnect now into the main. That's a 3VA circuit breaker, TM230 trip, SiTop PSU 8600 with a buffer module. 0V is grounded as expected, just to see that. Profinet to the PSU 8600, we do monitor it in the PLC. Voltage sense module. You can see your drive click cables as expected, shield grounded. Okay. There's your EMC filter. Again, we don't use those in the States too often. Happily to put it in here. Okay, down here, probably a good 14 inches away from any encoder or anything, you have your power cables looped up in here. Those come prefabricated from Comau. You got your line reactor here in the corner. It's over here to get away from heat. We try to keep at least 150 millimeters circumference around that thing clear of anything for noise purposes. You'll see our ground bar buried down here. It's isolated, connected to the main. So the main ground coming into the panel encoder stuff. These other holes in the gland plate, this is galvanized gland plate. These are for options, and you can see the two grounds as we discussed today. Those are for option motors like an orbital table, spindle, things like that. This particular cabinet does not have anything on it, so they're just blanked off with a Harding cover. If a customer wants to add something, they can in the future. So these grounds in the floor, that's just from testing and things. That's where we took the gland plate off. So give you a little walk around here. So the Meltric's not being used. Those are your covers. All right. We did add a larger ground wire, not the Comau supplied ground wire. We did a number 6, and it's very tight on the over here on the bottom of the robot, so nothing moving there. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at.